Among the young people, there is a lack of willingness to join the army, or we do not have that thing for the army. Like we cannot relate to
Speak
your
for
much.
yourself.
Yeah, for me. So can you motivate us for that side? Because among the youth of all I know, we aspire to become doctors or chartered accountants or artists like that. But joining army is not a question that arises in our mind. So.
I would tend to disagree with you. There are a lot of people who want to join the army. That is there. That is true. But I also agree with you that the Indian Army, I don't know how many of you know, is facing a terrible shortage of officers. We don't have a shortage in men. Men we have, but officers we are facing a terrible shortage, and that's largely true to your point. You may sit down, please. You may sit down. Uh, we are definitely facing a shortage, and that's because a lot of people have started equating material jobs. You know, you make much more money if you go and do an IM and join a corporate, and yes, you don't join the army for money. But there are three reasons why you should think about joining the army. And I'm not talking about some national patriotic national anthem. That's not the point. The point is, there is no career in this world where you will lead as a 22, 23-year-old captain. You will have 200 men whose lives you will hold in your hands. You can be the president of any place, but you will not be able to take men into battle who will follow you because you are their leader, who lay down their life for you. That's never going to happen. You can pay as much of money as you want. You can give. We have to take men into battle without ESOP, pay hikes, employee of the month, or any one of those jamborees. Right? Now that's a form of leadership which no organization can teach you. No organization can teach you how to take men into certain depth with your own personal charisma. That's it. That's it. And guess what? I don't know how many of you know this, that in the forces, there is no way I can give a bonus to a soldier who's done exceedingly well or cut the salary. There is no material tool. There is nothing. You have to lead with pure leadership, and no other career can teach you that. Secondly, to give you a little sense about my own career, and I'm just one of them. I'm sure hundreds and hundreds of people like me. I served in the army for about 11 years. Then I moved into the corporate world where I was a CEO for 3 different companies. And then I moved into the government to raise the National Intelligence Grid, which was set up after 2611. And after 5 years, I've now moved back into the corporate. And I can tell you that every lesson, every marketing lesson, every communication lesson that I have ever learned, I learned in the army. We had to learn how to communicate when we were dropping out of aircrafts, where we were parachuting down. We had to know how to communicate with each other. So anything that you need to learn for a business, the root lies in warfare. Because what is business? It is nothing but more contenders contending for less resources. And that is the definition of war. So a lot of us don't realize that the origin of business, origin of communication, origin of logistics, every technology, radar, computers, internet, X-ray, television, sonar, even commercial aircrafts, they all originated from war. So why would you want to learn it second-hand in a B school when you can go to the root and learn it directly from the fountainhead? And I think if you understood that part, my sense is a lot of people will realize that even if you gave 10 years to the army would equip you for a much richer and a much more empowered life. The last piece I want to tell you, and this was a question that was asked earlier also in the panel discussion that we were having. A lot of us assume we are going to live forever. We do. That's why we postpone doing things that we want to do, postpone talking to somebody, postpone writing a mail, postpone karenge baad mein, this, that. That career teaches you why every day is a bonus and why every day has to be lived in technicolor. And that ability to experience life. Think about it. Ask yourself this honest question. That suppose I took your life and filmed it with a 16mm film. You remember the old digital films? Yeah? And I strung it in this hall in a string like this and I took a pair of scissors and started cutting bits and pieces out of it and stuck it back together, you will not even notice the difference. Because one day was like another day, was like another day. And so if I took out months and years from your life and you don't notice the difference, you might as well have not lived those years. In that career, you will live every day. Every day that you walk this planet will be a day that you'll experience from the morning till evening as something that you'll nourish. You'll truly live life when you see death.
और की होया भाई?
कुछ नहीं सर जी, बस माँ की याद आ रही है।
और छोटे, याद तो मुझे भी आती है, लेकिन ये धरती भी तो अपनी माँ है।
दिवाली गए कितने दिन हो गए?
4-5 दिन हुए होंगे साहब जी। क्यों, क्या हुआ साहब जी?
नहीं नहीं, कुछ नहीं, ऐसे ही। बेटे का अपने हाथों लिखा खत आया था। कह रहा था कि पापा, इस दिवाली बम दुश्मन के साथ नहीं, हमारे साथ फोड़ना।
बड़ा ही स्वीट है जी।
हाँ,
देखो, रब ने चाहा तो अगली दिवाली घर पर ही मनाएंगे। कश्मीर में 1.5 महीने के लिए ऑपरेशन पर गया था। लौट कर आया तो मालूम पड़ा कि मेरे बेबे मर चुकी थी। तब से मैं इसी माँ की सेवा कर रहा हूं। तेरी तो फिर भी 2 माएं हैं। रो मत, खुश रह। तू फौजी है और फौजी कभी रोता नहीं है।
बस यही सोच, इसी सोच की वजह से लोग हमें इंसान नहीं पत्थर समझते हैं। फौजी के दिल थोड़ी होता है। कौन कहता है? कुछ चीज है जो धड़कती। कोई किसी कॉलेज में जाके चिल्ला चिल्ला के माइक पे कहता है कि इंडियन आर्मी रेपिस्ट है, और हजारों की तादाद में लोग उसका समर्थन करते हैं। हम कश्मीर में टेररिस्ट मारते हैं और कुछ पढ़े लिखे लोग उनकी मौत को शहादत का नाम देते हैं। लाखों लोग पेटिशन साइन करते हैं इंटरनेट पे, कहते हैं कि इंडियन आर्मी कातिल है।
सब एक बात याद आ गई। वो कहते हैं ना, जिन्हें हम हार समझ बैठे थे गला अपना सजाने को, वही नाग बन बैठे हैं हमें ही काट खाने।
कुछ लोगों ने तो हद ही कर दी। कहते हैं कि घूस दे के आर्मी में भर्ती होते हैं, फोकट का राशन खाते हैं। एक तरफ कोई एक्टर कहता है कि किसने कहा था उस 19 साल के लड़के को सरहद पे जाने के लिए, और दूसरी तरफ कुछ लीडर्स आतंकवाद के खिलाफ हमारी जीत का प्रूफ मांगते हैं। दे ब्लडी डॉग दिस यूनिफॉर्म।
प्रूफ? अब हम सबूत दें कि आप सब इतनी आसानी से हर रोज बिना किसी प्रॉब्लम के कैसे हक मूत लेते हैं।
किसके लिए हम यहां खड़े हैं?
इसका मतलब हमारी खबर पक्की थी।
वीर जी, सरहद वाली माँ हो या घर वाली माँ, किसी एक माँ को तो बलिदान देना ही पड़ता है।
एक काम करो, तलाशी लो।
भारत माता की
डर तो लगा, शुरू में बहुत डर लगा, तो लेकिन मेरे हस्बैंड ने समझाया आपको ऐसे ही प्रिपेयर होना है, कभी भी मेरे ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं रहना कि मैं हमेशा आपके साथ रहूंगा, नहीं, कभी आपको शायद अकेले भी रहना पड़ सकता है, बिकॉज रिस्क फैक्टर बहुत ज़्यादा है। आप ऐसे सोचो मत कि हमेशा लाइफ लॉन्ग हम एक दूसरे के लिए रहेंगे, ऐसे नहीं है। उन्होंने मुझे वैसे मेंटली स्ट्रांग बना दिया था और धीरे धीरे हम बनते गए।
My dad, he's from artillery, so he took part in 1999 Kargil war. For me, every day it was terrifying. Whenever I used to come back from school, I used to put on news thinking, something is happening. We were always worried about his life because, it's not an easy job. He's fighting people on a daily basis, so yeah.
As a kid, you don't really understand that there is a possibility that your dad might not come back or something like that. You don't really understand that.
I knew there were a lot of risks and all, but not for one moment did we take it in that way. Otherwise, then life would become very difficult to live.
All that the civilians know is that, okay, army people get a lot of perks. What they don't really get is that there's a lot of sense of responsibility involved.
आर्मी सिर्फ रिस्क के लिए भर्ती नहीं होते, आर्मी एक प्राइड सर्विस करने के लिए जो अपना देश के लिए हमने सोचा है अपने दिल में, वो एडवेंचर हम अपने लाइफ में लाए, वो सेवा हम देश के लिए करें, उसके लिए आर्मी में भर्ती होना बहुत ज़रूरी है।
One of my friends, I asked him कि भाई तो फौज में हो गया फाइनली, हम लोग तो साथ में बड़े हुए हैं, कल को गोली वोली लग जाएगी तो क्या सीन है, तो कोई बात नहीं यार, इसी के लिए फौज ज्वाइन करी थी। सो उसने बहुत कैजुअली ये स्टेटमेंट दिया, इट्स अ फैक्ट। और जितने भी लोग आर्मी ज्वाइन करते हैं उनके मुंह से बहुत कैजुअली यही चीज़ निकलता है, कोई बात नहीं यार, इसी के लिए फौज ज्वाइन करी थी, मर लेंगे, गोली खा लेंगे। वेरी कैजुअली दे से, बट इट हैज़ अ डीप मीनिंग टू इट।
Very honestly, after the first day, the first kick we got in our stomach and we lifted our trunks and reached the squadron. After that, we never knew what happened till we passed out from 90.
My grandfather was in the army. My father was in the army. In 1962, 65 and all 71 war, my father, his two brothers, they fought all these three wars. Then I was there in the Kargil war myself in 1999.
The day I put on my rank, that was one of the most fascinating moment of my life. My parents were there and they pipped me, and I can never forget that moment in life.
It's a wonderful feeling, you know. Straight away from student days, then you get a commission in the army. You have a star on your shoulder. You're in a different world.
There's something magical about the uniform. Like we just see it as, you know, olive green, a piece of cloth, but I think there's more to it.
I think we all get attracted to the uniform, even if it is about being this old and looking at an officer your age, you probably get attracted to him.
If I was to describe how I feel to see my dad in the uniform, I would say I feel as if he is the Thor.
I don't know why everybody thinks that no, our parents make us get up at like 5 a.m. and make us do exercises or something like that. That is so not true. Army parents are very, very chill. They're just like any normal parent is in this world, you know.
I think they're more supporting rather than there's no parade going on early in the morning. You're getting up and, you know, marching and running around the house and exercising.
Army makes you realize that life is just not about the money. There are so many other experiences that you gain from leading a life like this, that at the end of that you realize that it's not about the money.
You get to travel a lot, you interact with a lot of people, you go into various schools and colleges, you move around the country, you see almost all the states.
It's an experience where you will never have it again.
It was always exciting to go to a new place, you know, meet new people, new neighborhood, you know, new friends. First one was Binagodi, then it was Devlali, then it was Jalandhar, then it was Pathankot, then it was Ambala, then it was Leh, then it was Gwalior, then it was Ambala, then it was, we went to Tenga, then we came back to Ambala, and then Pune, and then finally I did my graduation from Mumbai.
It was the best part about it. I mean, even now, you know, having stayed in Pune for the last 2 years, I'm so bored of Pune now, and I wish I was in the army and looking forward to my next posting, you know. I'd wind up all this business and go over to a new city.
The greatest outcome of the armed forces or life in the armed forces is camaraderie and bonding that takes place. Many of us are still there, still alive and kicking, and we still meet each other. From the days that we got together in the Service Selection Board, we went through NDA 3 years, we went through Indian Military Academy, then we served for so many years, and we're still very great friends. It can probably happen only in this kind of a life.
This kind of a bonding you never get in corporate. You just can't imagine. They'll give you very fat pay packs, but this kind of bonding will never come.
Camaraderie, there's no match as far as we are concerned. If somebody under distress with me, I will go all out to help him. In the war also, if somebody injured, we never leave him. We have a selfless attachment towards each other.
If I were to get a chance to live my life again, I would do the same thing again. It was a fantastic experience.
I was born in 1947, made out of hand-spun cotton on a charkha, dyed in the 3 colors of courage, peace and the earth.
हम दलित नहीं हैं। 1956 को बाबा साहब ने हमें एक बुद्ध की पहचान दिखाई है। हम बुद्ध की पहचान से और बुद्ध की राह से चलने वाले लोग हैं।
एक जरूरी सूचना। पश्चिमी सीमा पर तनाव बढ़ने के कारण छुट्टी पर गए सभी सेवारत सैन्य कर्मियों को तुरंत अपनी यूनिट्स पर वापस रिपोर्ट करने का आदेश है। हमारे संवाददाताओं के अनुसार
अच्छा पीयू, वो जो क्लास है फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे, वही तुम्हारी क्लास है ना?
नहीं, वो पिछले साल था, अभी इसके ऊपर वाला है।
अच्छा, मुझे लगा। अच्छा वैसे तुम्हारी एक फ्रेंड होती थी ना, जिसके दांत गायब थे आगे के और 2 चोटी भी बनाती थी, वो कहाँ गई?
उसके पापा मम्मी ने उसे बोर्डिंग स्कूल भेज दिया। आप वापस कब आओगे?
वापस 1 महीने में।
वो तो आपने पिछले साल भी कहा था।
एक प्रॉमिस करो, मम्मी को परेशान तो नहीं करोगे?
मम्मी मेरी बदमाशी से ज्यादा आपके ना होने से परेशान होती है। भैया, हैप्पी रिपब्लिक डे।
सलाम उन सभी बलिदानों को जिनमें कभी रक्त बहा है तो कभी आंसू। हैप्पी रिपब्लिक डे।
आती हो गिनती तो गिनो ताबूत जो निष्प्राण है, इसमें हमारे लाडलों की आन बान और शान है। टूट न जाए ये निद्रा ध्यान से ले चल जरा, जग गए तो खाक हो जाएगी दुश्मन की धरा। मेडल सजा सीने पे आया मां न तू आंसू बहा, बारूद झेला जिस्म पर बेटे ने उफ तक ना कहा। मिल गया वो लक्ष्य मां जिसके लिए फौजी बना, बचपन में तूने जो सुनाई मां वही लोरी सुना। कायर थे वो बुज़दिल फरेबी पीठ पर मारा मुझे, आंचल में आंसू ना छिपाना तू गर्व करना है प्रिय। जिस्म न आए तो बस प्यारा तिरंगा चूमना, अमरत्व है ये शौर्य है ये बेटे से मेरे बोलना। बारूद के गोदाम खोलो थर्रा उठे धरती गगन, आतंक की औलाद झुलसे चाहिए ऐसी अगन। तोप हो या टैंक हो, ब्रह्मोस अग्नि या त्रिशूल, झोंक दो सब ठोक दो अब मत करो बातें फिजूल। निंदा नहीं ना शोक की ना उच्च स्तरीय जांच हो, खाक कर दे दुश्मनों को ऐसी भटकती आंच हो। नाश हो विनाश हो दहशत का अब संहार हो, अब आर हो या पार हो जो भी हो अब की बार हो, जो भी हो अब की बार हो।
जीना है तो मरना सीखो, कदम कदम पे लड़ना सीखो सर। एक बेटा को भारत माता की देश आजादी के चलते, भारत पाकिस्तान को धूल चटाने के चलते ये चावर कर दिए सर।
40 lives lost in a matter of seconds. Lives lost in the most despicable attack. For these 40 brave souls, the country came first, but they were more than that. They were someone's son, husband, father, brother. CRPF personnel Pankaj Tripathi was from Maharajganj in Uttar Pradesh. His shattered family is struggling to come to terms with his tragic death.
कार्रवाई करें उन लोगों के साथ, ऐसा किया जाए। बार बार इस तरह से हमारे वहाँ की सेना के ऊपर, हम लोगों के बच्चों के ऊपर इस तरह से हमला होता रहा।
CRPF personnel Jaimal Singh was the driver of the truck that bore the brunt of Thursday's terror attack. His aged father in Moga in Punjab has just one message for the Indian government.
सरकार ਨੂੰ ਫਸਲਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਹੋਰ ਕੁਝ ਸਾਡੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੰਗ ਹੈ ਫਸਲਾ ਲਵੇ ਆਪਣੀ 44 ਮੰਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ 2-250 ਮਾਰੇ ਤੇ ਫੇਰ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਂ ਫੇਰਾ ਪੇ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਚੱਲੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਨੱਥ ਪਾਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਨਾ।
CRPF personnel Ratan Thakur also lost his life in the Pulwama terror attack. His father says he's ready to sacrifice his second son for the country as well, as long as Pakistan is taught a lesson.
इस स्थिति में भी लेकिन उसका खात्मा कर देना चाहिए सर। जीना है तो मरना सीखो, कदम कदम पे लड़ना सीखो सर। एक बेटा को भारत माता की देश आजादी के चलते, भारत पाकिस्तान को धूल चटाने के चलते ये चावर कर दिए सर।
CRPF personnel Ajit Kumar's father saw him just 4 days ago. Little did he know that would be the last time.
जिंदगी में अभी मिल के गया था, अब 10 तारीख को हम रेलवे स्टेशन बैठा के आए थे। एक हफ्ता रुक जाओ फिर चले जाना, कहने ये छुट्टी हमारी कट जाएगी, हम जून में फिर आएंगे। और वो ऐसा लग रहा था कि बिल्कुल हमारा बेटा आप सामने से हमसे छीना जा रहा हो। मुझे ऐसा लगा।
CRPF personnel Ramesh Yadav was the sole bread earner from his family in Varanasi. With him gone, they don't know what to do.
वही का सहारा था, वही के सहारे से हम लोग जो है खर्चा बर्चा चलता था। अब कोई दूसरा सहारा नहीं। उसके औरत जो है उसका 1-1.5 साल का बेटा है, ये सब खर्चा उसको पढ़ाने लिखाने के लिए नौकरी चाकरी के, हमको नौकरी बहुत तत्काल कोई कैसे हमारा खर्चा चलेगा।
The shattered family of CRPF personnel Pradeep Kumar in Shamli says that no matter what, the nation comes first.
एक दुखद घटना तो है ही, लेकिन जो है ना देश के ऊपर शहीद हुआ है, इसके लिए जो है ना कोई गम भी नहीं है।
It's the worst terror attack on Indian soil in a decade. And as a grieving nation bids adieu to its brave sons, India stands united with its forces and says, we will never forget, we will never forgive.
Even though the state is in a state, the entire country is in a state of grief after the Pulwama attack, CRPF soldiers, being true to their own duty, are guarding the Pakistani High Commission. Earlier today, there were protests that were held outside the building. Our correspondent Ayushman then brought us this report.
At a time when the nation is grieving with the losses of 40 Jawans who died in Pulwama from the CRPF, we are outside the Pakistan High Commission, where a series of protests are being undertaken by several people who say that Pakistan is behind these attacks. And guess who is guarding the Pakistan High Commission? It's the CRPF soldiers. When we tried to talk to them, since they are on duty, they couldn't talk, but off the camera they said us that it is the responsibility of nation that is bestowed on their soldiers, and that is why they are here in front of Pakistan Embassy to guard them so that nothing untoward happens out here. With camera person Sujit, Ayushman Kumar for Mirror Now, New Delhi.
Times Network spoke with the Information and Broadcasting Minister of Pakistan, Fawad Chaudhry, on the Kashmir attack. Pakistan Minister has refuted all allegations levelled by India and has also asked for proof regarding the involvement of Jaish-e-Mohammed before Pakistan takes any action against the terror outfit. Our correspondent Wajiullah spoke with the Minister of Pakistani government. Listen.
ये पूछना था सर आपसे, एक और अटैक हुआ कश्मीर में, पुलवामा में 40 people have died. All links point out to Pakistan. So what do you have to say for that?
All links point out to Pakistan. जो गाड़ी है वो पाकिस्तान की है क्या? 130 miles जाके अंदर अटैक होता और how can we blame Pakistan for that? I think there is more than there is more of chattering on the links, but
sir,
or nothing brought on their court.
Correct, sir. But sir, JEM of Masood Azhar have claimed responsibility for them, sir. And he's harbored by you.
They have not claimed it.
Yes, they have claimed responsibility, sir. There are video evidences of it.
No. First, they have not claimed responsibility. And number two, if they are involved, come up with the evidence, so certainly action.
But there are video evidences of his own members giving out, telling that they were involved in it. The person who killed was also a JEM member, but you still continue to harbor him.
When Indian government should oppose Pakistan government asks for help in investigating, they are more than willing to help.
Classic Pakistani response, completely in denial and saying, show us the proof and we'll take action, but no action is ever taken. In fact, terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed has claimed responsibility for this horrific terror attack founded by Masood Azhar, a man who's responsible for some of the worst terror attacks on Indian soil, including the 2001 Parliament attack and the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack. What makes this even worse is that 20 years ago, Azhar was jailed in India, but was then released in a hostage exchange to secure the 150 passengers who were on board the hijacked flight 1C184. Here is a report on why Masood Azhar is one of India's most wanted terrorists and our biggest enemy. Hijacked Indian Airlines flight IC-184, parked at a desolate airfield in Afghanistan's Kandahar. A day after being hijacked on Christmas Eve, en route from Kathmandu to Delhi. 20 years later, the impact of the hostage exchange program negotiated by authorities to secure the release of 150 passengers continues to haunt and torment India.
As a result of the negotiations with the Taliban and the hijackers, there has been an agreement for the release of all the hostages in exchange for 3 militants.
Who are these
3.
For it was this man, a bespectacled and diminutive religious preacher, Maulana Masood Azhar, released from Jammu's Kot Bhalwal jail in exchange for the release of passengers who founded the terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed, or the Army of God, on his return to Pakistan. And he has masterminded some of India's worst terror attacks since, including Thursday's deadly attack on a CRPF convoy in Pulwama.
कश्मीर में हमारे सीआरपीएफ के बहादुर जवानों पर जो आतंकवादी हमला हुआ है वो पाकिस्तान स्थित और उनके द्वारा संरक्षित आतंकवादी संगठन जैश-ए-मोहम्मद ने किया है.
As the Home Minister named Jaish as the group that killed over 40 CRPF men, he was merely stating the latest in a string of unprecedented attacks on India and the subsequent blame. 2 years after his release, Masood Azhar's JEM had masterminded the audacious attack on the parliament. Ironically, it was a CRPF sub-inspector whose heroic act of gunning down 3 of the 5 terrorists who stormed parliament saved India's temple of democracy. Seven years later, Masood Azhar and Jaish would strike again. This time masterminding the devastating Mumbai attacks, India's worst ever, with over 175 dead and 300 injured. An attack that lasted over 60 hours and targeted Mumbai's most iconic landmarks.
हमारे सुरक्षा बलों को पूर्ण स्वतंत्रता दे दी गई है.
As the Indian government promises decisive, coercive and diplomatic efforts to get Jaish and Masood Azhar yet again, the man who was once in our jails continues to roam free in Pakistan. Bureau Report, Mirror Now.
हिंदुस्तान बस यही कह रहा है कि अब बातचीत टेबल पर नहीं, रण में होगी.
हमें खून के बदले खून चाहिए. हमें जो हमारे इंडिया के में वहाँ पे जो इंडियन आर्मी मरे हुए हैं उनका हमें बदला चाहिए.
कुछ वहाँ कश्मीर में एक मिलिटेंट मरता है पूरा कश्मीर बंद हो जाता है. जहाँ पे तो 50-60 आदमी वाले मार दिए. कोई बोलने वाला है नहीं, कोई कुछ करने वाला है नहीं.
भाई हमारे जो जवान जा रहे हैं, हमारे घरों में जो बेचारे अभी बच्चे रो रहे हैं, हमारी बहनें रो रही हैं, हमारा पूरा हिंदुस्तान इस वक्त रो रहा है. इस हालात को ठीक करना चाहे. हमारा जो जम्मू कश्मीर है, हम हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई एक रहना चाहते हैं और हमारे इस हिंदुस्तान में ऐसे हालात नहीं होने चाहिए.
ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए था. मैं चाहता हूं कि हमारे मोदी साहब कुछ इस पे कुछ कड़े से कड़ा एक्शन करें ताकि ये आगे ना हो, आगे आने वाले टाइम में ऐसा कभी ना हो.
ये हम कभी भी बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे. जो इन्होंने जो कायराना हरकत की है पाकिस्तान ने, जो श्रीनगर में हमारे 50 आदमी मारे गए हैं, हमारे भाई मारे गए हैं. पूरा इंसाफ चाहिए. जब तक ये चौथी बार हुआ है, पहले उड़ी में हुआ, अब ये क्या नाम उसका श्रीनगर पुलवामा हुआ. ये बार बार कब तक होता रहेगा. ये
जो हमारे इंडियन आर्मी के जो सीआरपीएफ के जवान मरे हैं उनके हम अफसोस कर रहे हैं कि किस तरह से पाकिस्तानियों ने जो हमारी हरकत की है आज हमारी इंडियन आर्मी को कर रहे हैं. कभी स्कूलों को तबाह करते हैं. ये बिल्कुल गलत है. इसको हिंदुस्तान का कोई बच्चा सहन नहीं करेगा.
Pakistan's Information Minister Fawad Chaudhry, the international community has condemned the Pulwama terror attack, with many countries asserting that they stand with India. China has also condemned the attack but has refused to back India's appeal to list Jaish chief Masood Azhar as a global terrorist by the UN. Parikshit Luthra joins in with more. Parikshit, take us through the reactions coming in through the international community and also through China's stance on Masood Azhar.
More than 30 countries have come out to support India, show solidarity with India and also all the families who lost their loved one in the Pulwama attack. The US government has reacted very strongly. There has been a statement from the US State Department, also from the White House, calling upon Pakistan to eliminate Jaish-e-Mohammed and other terror groups operating from its soil. Having said that, China was probably one of the last P5 countries to respond. Remember, most of these countries had responded last night itself, including the US State Department. So what China has essentially said that they condemned this terror attack, they expressed shock. They also said that the Jaish-e-Mohammed is already a sanctioned terror group under the UN Sanctions Committee. Our sources in the government tell us that this is doublespeak. This is a rather wishy-washy statement because India in the last few years has made at least 3 to 4 attempts to ban Maulana Masood Azhar in the 1267 committee. And who has been stalling this move? The move has been stalled by China time and again. They have been putting holds, technical hold on one ground or the other. And this time, the Ministry of External Affairs has appealed to international community to make sure that the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief, Maulana Masood Azhar, is sanctioned. Talking about India's diplomatic initiative, we're being told by our sources in the government that it's very possible that in the next 24 hours, our envoys of all key countries, including the UN Security Council members, they are told to go to their countries, go to the leaders of those countries and tell them about the Pulwama terror attack, tell them about the involvement of Jaish-e-Mohammed and Pakistan's complicity, tell them that Maulana Masood Azhar needs to be sanctioned by the UN committee as well, and the international community must build pressure on Pakistan. So as we saw during the Uri attack, we will see a similar diplomatic offensive being launched by the Ministry of External Affairs, by the Indian government. We can tell our viewers that the Indian High Commissioner to Pakistan, Ajay Bisaria, has also been called back for Foreign Office consultations on how to deal with this diplomatically with the Pakistan Foreign Office in the days to come. Back to you.